Right, Blighty Boxing with Frank Warren and Queensway Motions here with the Maidstone Marauder, Samuel Noakes. How are you, Sam?
Yeah, all good, mate, thank you.
Right, we haven't spoken for a little while.
No, it's been a while, hasn't it?
You had a fight. Was it Jordan Ellison?
Yeah, Jordan Ellison back in August.
Now, it was 6 rounds. Now, watching that, it looked like the perfect fight for you because while he gave you the work, and he came to give you a bit as well.
Yeah, I will give it to him.
Those extra 2 rounds meant that you could get the rounds and still do your thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's what I mean. When we next eventually step it up, I'd like to go up in rounds because those 6 is still quite short, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So them extra couple of rounds does me wonders, really.
Was it a conscious thing not to go for the jugular straight away, or because you knew you had that little bit of extra time and you needed the experience?
Yeah, I think it's better to start off. Like I remember the boys always said, don't go in there and hit hard straight away because then they just cover up and that. But don't know, I just sort of go in there and I think once I warm into it, I'm ready to go for the rest of the rounds anyway, do you know what I'm saying? So and then I see that, I think it was after the 3rd or the 4th that he was pretty tired, so I just wanted to step up the gas and then see how I got on. I
know you are a respectful sort of boy, but he's not an opponent you could take liberties with anyway, is he? Sort of? No,
not really. I think it's quite tough because I've seen him box before. One of the boys that I used to spar when I was a bit younger, and he dropped him in the 1st round, I think. But I'm always respectful anyway. I mean, like the fact of the matter is, you can't get complacent and think like, oh, you're going to go in there to win anyway, because you can come unstuck. So
you got hit a couple of times, but you also
boxing, isn't it? I suppose you're going to get hit.
Well, I don't know. They don't all. Yeah, but you also maintained your KO record. I know that means a little bit to you, doesn't it?
Well, I'm not. You're always going to get hit a little bit, you're boxing, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? As long as I stay pretty, I don't really mind.
It does help with the viewership and followers and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, because everyone likes to punch up, don't they?
What sort of feedback you had so far?
Yeah, all positive, I suppose. Positive feedback. Like, I mean, compared to with the amateurs, it was only 3 rounds, wasn't it? So you think I'm rough and tumble in there for 6 rounds, you should have seen me do 3. It's even worse. But yeah, I'm coming along nicely. I'm feeling like I take a lot on the gloves, so do you know what I mean? I don't get it too much.
Is there much recognition around Maidstone?
Yeah, they're all loving it still, and well, that last fight I had about 3 pubs full watching the TV. I'd be a bit gutted, obviously, with this one coming up, because obviously, you ain't allowed in the pubs, are you? So,
of course.
Be a bit gutted for that.
You're on the 5th, aren't you?
Yeah, it might.
So we don't know, do we?
Yeah, no,
2nd of December is the.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe, but I suspect not. But
no, I don't reckon.
What about people you don't know? Are people sort of giving you a little nudge now?
I get a few messages on social media and that, I suppose. So I'm getting a little bit out there, I suppose. But didn't help last time being afloat and being on last. Really, I think most of the people might have turned the TV off. But it'll come. I'm not worried about rushing it.
I mean, that's the good thing about you. But when people see you coming on, they generally think, oh, he's worth a watch. Yeah. You know, because he'll bring it. Yeah.
Exactly. I think it's entertaining for him to watch.
Right then. So we just alluded to it. You're on the show December the 5th.
Yep.
Which is in Westminster. Yeah, where Winston Churchill gave a key speech during the war about the sinking of the Bismarck. I'll show you the pictures later. It does look a bit special.
I was going to say, you lost me there. I've never heard of that speech.
No, well, you're a little bit too young, so I wasn't expecting you to.
Yeah, no.
But what are we expecting in terms of, have any opponents been mentioned? What are you looking to get out of this next fight?
Well, I'm looking to get out of a win. It'd be nice to get another knockout. I'd like the sound of 5 fights, 5 wins, 5 KOs. But no news of an opponent just yet. I'm not sure everyone's too keen to fight me yet, but we'll see, innit?
Are you finding that already?
I think Al mentioned it a little bit. I don't really have a lot to do with all that sort of side of things. I just trust Al, do you know what I mean? So I just leave it to him. I'll just fight whoever he tells me to fight, really.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a gym thing, because I mean, apparently it's not easy with Dennis either. Sort of.
Yeah, no, everyone keeps stopping everyone, don't they?
Yeah. Like I say, December the 5th, and it will conclude what you would have to say. Despite everything, it's been a productive year.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been quite bad, worse for other people. But it ain't been too bad for me. I mean, even with other boxers, some people ain't got out. I've still managed to get out twice, which I'm very grateful for. So, you know what I mean, every cloud's got silver. Do you know what I mean? Any progress is better than no progress. Do you know what I mean? Even if it is a bit slower.
And then, like everyone, we're sort of saying this time next year it'll be much better, or early next year.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, well, hopefully about April time. That'd be nice to get some fans back in. But just play by ear, haven't we?
I've got to ask you about 2 fights before we go, and you'll probably guess what they are. Yeah. Predictions and little breakdown of Daniel Dubois v Joe Joyce.
See, that's a tricky one, and it is a 50-50 fight. I mean, I've been hearing people going, obviously, Dubois early, and if he goes on later, Joyce, but
Don't buy that.
I don't know. I just think it he's going to be tough to knock out, Joyce. He ain't going to be like, I don't know. I would say I'm leaning more towards Daniel, like, knockout, but I mean, if he does knock him out, it'll just show how hard he is. I've said it before, like, because Joyce can seriously take a dig. Do you know what I mean? But I think he's got the makings to be an unreal matchup, do you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to watching.
What's the key to it? Is it the fact that you're alluding to the fact that Joe obviously is prepared to take a few, to land a few, isn't he? And
Well, yeah,
you think that could be dangerous against Daniel?
Well, it could be. It just depends how hard he is, isn't it? I mean, he's a big old boy, isn't he? But just comes to, I don't know, it just comes down to the night as well. I mean, he's schooled, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's been about a little bit, so I don't know. As I said, he's just got the makings to be a good matchup.
So you're going with Daniel, right?
I would say I'm leaning towards Daniel, yeah, because George is there to be hit a little bit, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? So.
Right, Anthony Yard v Lyndon Arthur.
It's another good fight, isn't it? I mean, obviously they both boxed at Spellman, but I think they're two different fighters. You can't compare that. Obviously, Yard blasted him out of there, but I still think Arthur stalled him. Do you know what I mean? But so, just I don't know. I think Arthur might be a bit too tricky of a boxer for him. I don't know. I'm not too sure really. I don't really know a lot about it.
Do you think it's the Lyndon Arthur jab against sort of Anthony's more aggressive approach?
Yeah, I mean, that's what as you said, he's got the makings to be a top fight, innit? So just have to watch and see, I suppose.
Come on, prediction.
Yeah, I reckon Arthur might get it points.
Lyndon Arthur.
Yeah.
Sam, thank you very much, mate.
No worries, cheers, mate. Okay.